The latest Porsche 911 is the most sophisticated yet, and it also occupies a more elevated plane than before, both in terms of price and technology, which means that the veneer of sophistication has never been thicker. Enter the Porsche Cayman. Originally conceived as a hardtop version of the Boxster, the Cayman was always considered more of a driving machine than its open-top sibling. It was also a lot more affordable than a baseline 911. But with this second-generation Cayman, Porsche has taken several vital steps forward, creating a truly marvelous sports car. This latest Cayman is an all-new clean-sheet design that doffs a stylistic hat not only to the previous Cayman, but also to the rear-biased shape of the 911. It has a muscular, powerful presence that's created by the way the coachwork is almost stretched across the frame. Short overhangs, big wheels and a low-slung masculine stance create a shape with athletic, purposeful proportions. But while the Cayman is unmistakably a Porsche, it shouldn't be considered a baby 911. It's not only lighter and more compact, but its engine is mounted amidships rather than bolted to the rear. All of this means that it's a very different, very individual car. The Cayman's cabin borrows some design and ergonomic elements from the latest 911. The most pertinent of those, this tapered center console with its row of switches, but also the way the cluster of instruments is situated directly ahead of the driver. The high-backed bucket seats are mounted low and the deep footwell is home to aluminium pedals. Metal accents abound and the leather upholstery adds to the overall air of smartness. Our test car is the dearer and more powerful Cayman S, and there's no shortage of luxury. But the racy seating position, the grippy steering wheel and the way the cabin seems to wrap itself around the driver is pure and purest sports car. The cabin's focused execution is unambiguously reflected in the two-seater's dynamics, and it all starts with a power plant located directly behind the cabin. The Porsche Cayman comes in two flavors, of which this S version is the more muscular. It has a 3.4-litre flat-six water-cooled engine, delivering 239 kilowatts of power together with 370 newton-meters of torque, and drive is to the rear wheels via a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox. Floor the loud pedal and the Cayman S responds with the near-instant reactions of a champion sprinter. There's no sense of inertia, of power spooling up before reaching the wheels. Acceleration is instant and power delivery insistently linear. The power plant sounds fabulous. While the engine bay is well insulated, you clearly hear the rasp-edged growl as the six-potter clears its throat. Switching to sport mode further sharpens the already responsive throttle action and allows for snappier cog swaps. The shift paddles are a massive improvement on the button switches employed in early PDK installations. They make swapping cogs a clean and rapid affair. While for me the real appeal of this car is in its road manners, it's also very quick in straight line terms. With the Sport Chrono Pack and the dual clutch gearbox, you're looking at an 0 to 100 time of 4.7 seconds, a top speed of 281 kilometers an hour. But that's only one small facet of the Cayman's performance arsenal. More impressive is the balance of the chassis and its ability to form a close rapport with the driver. Despite compliant damping, the feedback from the chassis is unequivocal, allowing the driver to slice through turns and curves with razor-sharp precision. Another pleasant revelation is the steering, one of the very few electromechanical systems that actually feels properly connected to the wheels and the steering rack. The result is a car that transforms even the most mundane of daily commutes into a special occasion. There's an inherent agility to the Cayman that makes it a truly great car in the twisties. You can push really deep and really quickly into a corner, leave the braking very late, and still slingshot out to the other side with plenty of space to spare. It's a real grin machine. The Cayman's immediacy, its intuitive responses to even the smallest driver inputs, its ability to rapidly unspool vast ribbons of road, all elevated to levels of sports car competence usually associated with more exotic price tags. That said, the 838,000 Rand base price doesn't include must-haves such as cruise control and a multifunction steering wheel, while metallic paint, the Sport Chrono package and park distance control are some of the tempting extras that you'll need to budget more for. The new Porsche Cayman S is a great sports car, but perhaps more importantly, it's also a great Porsche, and that fact might persuade some buyers to consider it a viable and value-added alternative to the mighty 911. I wonder what Mr. Ferry Porsche would have said about this car. Put it this way, it's every inch a Porsche, and that's all that matters. A flat six engine, rear-wheel drive and a nimble chassis all translate into the kind of sports car dynamics you'd expect from Zuffenhausen. Add a clean and purposeful design and an interior tailored for comfort and ergonomics, and the Cayman S deserves high praise, but we still think a manual gearbox would be even more involving.